Hark, dear gamer! That was silly. I'm in a big Ren Fair mood. I've been doing a lot of Ren Fair stuff for the past little bit. So I'm in that zone, you know? I thought it'd be a silly little way to intro. My energy's also at a weird place right now because I'm on my period. I'm really excited to game though. I'm sorry my schedule's been so weird, but at least we have Wednesdays. At least we have blueprints. Ugh. Yeah. Let's just get into it. Why do you do this to me every single time? Thank you. It's like, what's the point of setting everything up if it just resets when I press the button? I'm sure there's a way to figure out how to fix that. I just don't have the energy right now. I'm doing a million things. I got a new tattoo yesterday. Hold on. I'll make me big. I got it not yesterday, on Sunday. It's supposed to be all like fragmented, and I'm probably gonna go for a touch up just because I want this side to be a little bit more defined, but I like that old embossment imprint look. And I was talking to him about all of the stuff I do, and nowadays when people ask, I have to take a big breath before I start listing things out, and they interrupt halfway through, and I go, and I'm not even done yet, bud. Because I've got this. I would consider this not exactly a job, but like a thing I do. I'm having a lot of fun, but there is like a lot of work and effort that I do put into it, and time committed to doing this. And oh right, I got a package. Brass compass, gems, and keys. Sick. Oh, Randolph Moore. Maybe we'll go and try and put his name into the grotto. Oh, our money. I'll deal with that later. We don't need money where we're going. Because I do so much, because I do this, and I have like my job, Randolph M. Oh, it's with a PH, isn't it? Whoops. Ranolph. My nails are getting to a length that is a little bit untenable. Ranmore, R, more. Because this is information I have, because I went to I went to the mailroom and got a bunch of letters from this guy. I'm just double checking that I'm remembering his name right, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. Yeah, it is with a PH. What about the whole name? I think I just did the Randolph Moo. Okay. I need to sneeze so bad. Get rid of all of those run fair notifications. We're starting to collect performers, and that's really exciting. What about 2 letters? I haven't exhausted all possibilities yet. Sorry. Ranmore. Ranmu. Sorry. Okay, I need to continue. I can't. I was talking with, I met up with my beautiful, wonderful friend Frankie to help them level their character for D&D. And I need to send out a reminder that the other 2 need to do that and need to contact me if they need or want help. I trust Natalie to do it, but Sophie, much like Frankie, doesn't have much experience with D&D. And I don't want the same thing that happened to Phoenix to happen to me, you know? God, that's creepy. I'm not gonna take that back. I'm not gonna do it. Where I had trusted my spouse Phoenix when they said they knew what they were doing and like didn't check in on them at all every time it was time to level up, even though they also, this was their first time playing D&D. They just didn't like want to be a burden or anything, so did the best they could with what little information they had. And for about 3 years somehow played without a subclass. And I don't want anyone else to go through that. And I want people I play with to be able to understand and enjoy and play the game as much as possible and like be on the same page as everyone else, you know? And I still need to level up Polly and the other important NPCs. Oh my god. So I got to the antechamber. I also opened up, I solved this, I think I solved both of them. This is interesting music. I feel like I might be about to be chased. And I know that's not true because no one else exists in this game. What was I saying? Frick. It's gone. Yeah, I just want everyone in D&D to be on the same page and not feel like, oh, you'll just, the camera just move. Things have been kind of shaky around here, and there is that little bit where there was a lot of earthquakes. I wonder if you could get in there. One of my goals is to get down there. I was telling my friend Frankie about this game when we were hanging out, and they were like, "What's your current goal?" And I went, "Ooh, buddy." And then spoke for maybe about an hour about all of the different things I had to do and why I had to do them. There's just so much game in this game. My brother was also deliberating between getting Blueprints or getting Scarlet Hollow because he was waiting for a game to come out on Friday. And I went, You do not want to get blueprints if you're not ready to commit to a million fucking hours of headaches and puzzles and math. So he's having fun with Scarlet Hollow. Hallway house. My current goal, I've gotten to room 46, and I've seen what I need to get in the... Oh, can you see it? You can. They're the little symbols from solving the puzzles down in the sanctum. I wonder how... Because this is for the letters, then this is for that. Then this is probably other stuff here, because why would they not take up that space? And I wonder what goes here. Curiouser and curiouser. I love this game. I already kind of have a headache, but I know it's not because of the game. It's because of my period. I found room 8 and solved that as well. Did I? Yes, I did. It took a minute, but it was one of those little order riddle games where I had a bunch of different animals and they were all like... I guess I'll just do guest room. Okay. That could be useful if I find the right stuff. It was all little animals, and they spoke about each other's like relationships between each other. I love those games. We also found and bought the Arindian history book, first edition, uncensored, and learned a lot. Very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. So my current goal is to get 5 gems because the throne room's 5 gems, and try and draft the throne room. 2 true statements. The gems are in a box with a false statement. There is only one true statement. If that was true, then this is the only true one. Which means this is false. Which means the gems are in a box with a true statement. And if this is the only true statement, then it would be this one. But if this one's the true statement, then this one would have to also be the true statement. Which means that they would, no matter what, they'd be in this one. Oh, I didn't even get the key. Come on. Show me gems. Show me goodies. Yeah, I'm the smartest man alive. Whoop. Getting testosterone's hard, y'all. Racist people make it seem like Native people can get whatever drugs they want anytime we want, and I wish it were that way. I feel like I would have been on testosterone sooner if that were the case. You know? Yet here we are. Double checking that that's not an important email. It's not. It is once again spam. Keycard system. I have a keycard. So let's make that high. Offline mode to unlocked. Let's go. We've been in there. That's the gallery. We solved those puzzles. I don't think I did it on stream. It's Oh, I was talking to my friend Frankie about how I love to play this game. It's one of my favorites. It's why it has its own dedicated day until I finish it. CCAM 23. Interesting. And whoop. An issue I also have with it is that because the way I solve puzzles, I can't rub that, is a lot of the time by brute forcing it, finding a few of the variables and a few of the answers, and then just sort of randomizing the variables until I get the correct thing. Does it take longer? Absolutely. I sit there for hours usually doing this shit. Meanwhile, my beautiful, wonderful friend TJ, who's way further in, had at least 5 of those doors open last time we talked. Who knows how many they have? Who knows how far into the game they are? They could be in a whole different house at this point. I don't even know where I am anymore. I got so worked up at the fact that they are so far ahead. I need to go back. I'm going to go back to the hallway. Well, it's all hallway, but I'm going to go back to the... here. Yeah, okay. I got so worked up, I forgot what I was getting worked up about. Ain't that just the way? But our goal is to get into the throne room because I want to know what's in there. I want to know its secrets. Is this the right way? No. No, it's not. Yeah, this way. Just wasting feet. It's fine. I only have 4 gems. I don't know if I'm going to make it to a throne room today. And that has to be okay, you know? Sometimes you brute force yourself into opening the Blackwood Grotto, and sometimes you spend 800 days just trying to draft one room. Failing miserably each time. I'm glad they just leave the safes that you can open now. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna go back and open this guy. I don't know why this sounds so like that here. I don't like any of these options. I don't like putting the corridor so low. I guess I'll just put the dark room there to get it out of the way. And I don't have to enter. Let's run away together. Fine. What do I need my money for in the throne room anyway? I also got this book called Realm and Ruin, which seems interesting. Maybe if we draft the library, we can read that together. But I know... Nice. I know that a lot of streaming is, like... I am using it for myself, for my own enjoyment, as a way to be able to have scheduled time to sit down and play these games and feel like I'm playing them for a reason. Because there wasn't ever really a time in my life where I played video games just sort of on my own. It was always for other people because I've been the youngest. Nope, I've been the oldest child and the oldest cousin my whole life, and my family are very, very big homebodies. So video games have always been a part of my. I can attach it to the workshop and then we can attach all of that stuff. And I just don't have to enter that. So having it feel like I'm being watched and like doing this for someone is also enjoyable and a way to force myself into doing stuff I enjoy, because I live in the same like Christian, capitalist, evangelical, puritanical society that we all live in, that tells you that finding any joy in anything is bad. And if I find a loophole that helps me, hell yeah, My microwave stopped working a couple days ago, which is so great for a man who mostly microwaves their food. I don't know. Oh, because that is another goal, is getting power to the pump room so I can fully drain out the reservoir. So we'll see. There's never usually any items in there. Well, I can drain the pool at least right now so I can get those trunks. Hold on. Which one's the pool? This end one? That goes here. No, that's going to them. Oh, and I need to go select. But these are full. So, okay. Reservoir needs to be filled. Excellent. Excellent. That's enough for the pool. So that the pool can be drained. I can't quite get there yet. Also, I need that to be. That goes automatically into that. And that goes into those. Okay, this is annoying. You know what this is? Annoying. Okay, so that goes Let's fill the reservoir. No, yes, fill the reservoir. And then back to pool. You're right. Can I get to them? I'm literally on top of it. What more do you want from me? Okay. We will put some of the reservoir water into here. I believe so hard. But a lot of streaming is for entertainment, and a lot of me just sitting there doing number sequences over and... Is that a tic-tac-toe? What is that? Me doing these little sequences over and over again is not exactly entertaining. So that's stuff I do outside of stream. Okay, well now that that's done, let's fill the pool again. That's correct. Then I should theoretically just be able to press these buttons back and forth. Yeah. I like that I can't watch this happen out there. It just happens. All right. Though if I can't find the boiler room somewhere close, I might just come back and put the pool water all the way down so that at least I have those trunks consistently. This is the only way to go. Okay. I have 10 gems. If I can't find the throne room, I'm peeved. I'm peeved and I'm vexed. I will open 2 lockers. I wish I had the lockpick anytime I got to this area. What's this? 6 ore. Oh, that looks like the EO thing. Hold on. Where's my note? There it is. 6 ore. Oh. Oh. Alright. Well, I hope that was something. Let's check this door. The rumpus room. Sure, let's go get our fortune read. The RNG gods taketh away, yet they giveth. Alright, Halzira, what do you got for me?
As it was foretold,
Whoa.
I am awakened at the sound of the drumming coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
Alzara, sorry.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
If you could, babe. Ooh.
Faintly in the mist, I see a figure.
Who's this?
Statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone.
Where is this?
You will find yourself one day wandering these paths,
What?
walking in the footsteps of the past, wandering and waiting,
Us.
searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay. Well, a whole new outside area? That's crazy. I'm into it. But that's freaking crazy. That's freaking crazy. Ooh. Gem. Oh, yay, Roman Ruin. This book was graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones. Introduction. When the scholars of the First Era found any hidden things, either of a natural source, adjusting myself, or resulting from the creations of man, they were accustomed to record these in various signs with the aid of figures. They did this in order that the sigils of the realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. Sorry. Excuse me. Sigils are not a new tradition. So I just realized this is like a British realm. My keyboard was stuck. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. Heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and old documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs, and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines? And what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigil have special meaning. This is, once again, finding the answer to a puzzle that I sorry for all of the yawning. I actually had good sleep last night. I don't know why I did that. Probably because it's very warm. Everything in my house is breaking. My fan broke. Probably because it's 8 years old and I was using it nonstop for like 2 weeks. My microwave broke. Probably because it's free and I found it on the side of the road a year or two ago. It's trying to start a fire every single time I use it, so I guess none of my leftovers are allowed to be warm. But this is like, because this is the answer to the sigils down in the sanctum, which I brute forced with what little information I could find in the realm and ruin we find down in the mines. The sigils. To understand a realm's sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, the dividing lines / rays, the moats, and the border. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigils tell us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as the first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Korarica. Interesting. We haven't come across that in any of the text yet. The rays. Spouting forth from the core will come several dividing lines, splitting the sigil into pieces. From one sigil to another, the rays will often differ in number, style, and form. Studying the differences in these lines will immediately reveal several things about the realm. Transportation. The number of rays. Counting the number of dividing lines in a sigil will reveal to us what method of transportation was prevalent in a realm. Were they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse of their land? Having all of them is naval capabilities, ship routes, seaports. The 8 rays on these sigils resemble the directions on a compass rose. 4 of them, like a little intersection. Roads, streets, carriages. The 4 rays here look like crossroads on a map. It looks kind of like a horizon and a single road. Horseback, rough trails. Another sigil that uses 4 rays, however, these will always be configured to suggest a horse galloping. Oh, yeah, it is. Train system. It's a little Y. Locomotion. The 3 rays here are used in sigil for realms that rely on track-based travel, sort of like a fork in the road. Little sun rays. Aviation. dirigibles, balloons, aviation, dirigibles, balloons. The 5 rays here suggest travel above the horizon. To little line. Camels, pack mules, arid or desert travel. 2 rays to indicate a flat terrain. And it looks like a little turtle. Turtleback travel. 5 short rays that do not fully extend from the core to the border. And it looks like a turtle. Weather. The style of rays. I did switch to like a sort of Australian Aotearoa accent, and that's okay. Identifying the style of ray used in the sigil will show us what weather the kingdom considered native. Some are intuitive, like the jagged lightning-shaped lines to indicate stormy lands. Straight black lines indicate a lack of unusual or harsh weather and normal temperatures. Foggy or misty weather is indicated when the ray has several horizon slashes across one side. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear to shimmer. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For extremely stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dot with falling circles is used for colder interesting. In which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Motes. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called motes. From the shape and style of the mote used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed, if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Star is tribal, primitive realm, hunters and gatherers. Agriculture, harvest and farming-based society and culture. The mountains, martial, militaristic nation engaging in generation-spanning wars and heated arguments. It's a little city, it's a little building, metropolitan. Large city-state with dense and urban and populous centers. 3 lines is academic, a center for knowledge, advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Square with a circle. Industrial. Engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Medicine wheel. Spiritual. An elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. And a flower. Poetic. A strong focus on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. The border. Round each sigil is an adorned edge, serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national color of that specific realm. White is the little circles, black is the dots, red is the squiggles, violet is the lines, pink is the gears, green is diagonal lines, yellow is the sun, orange is Doritos, and white again. Putting it all together by studying the core ray motes in border of the sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. This is Fen Aries, the grand realm. Its transportation is road/carriage. The weather is foggy, the society is militaristic, and the banner is red. Alright. Let's move on. Throne room? Ah! Okay! Okay. 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 Sanctum key? Okay. Coin purse. Ah! Okay. Hello? Oh. Well, interesting. That's good to know. Is that all that's in here? Reclaim the crown. Didn't I get a crown from the 46th room? Do I have to... Is that something I would always have to get and then come back here? Hey! The answer to that first one that I... It's fine. It's super fine. I love this game. Oh, well, that's nice. And this wasn't the way I wanted to go anyway, so... I don't want to do math right now. Okay. Well, let's go back to the locker room and see if we can't get some of those lockers unlocked with my new lockpick. No. They have to be keys? Hello? Okay, well... Oh, I have a sanctum key. I can go do that. Head down to the foundation. Hopefully. Right. I can just go down here. I don't have to go all the way around and probably die on the way there because it takes so many steps. Not looking promising. Okay, thank God. I was really worried when I saw it closed for a second. Okay. I'm going to try this one a couple times depending on which symbol it is. Yes. And if I can't get it in a... This is where we are, right? This one's yellow. Oh no, I didn't write down any of that information. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll leave this. I think I'm going to leave this to try and... Or, now that we know that it's the mountain symbols, we can gain more information as we're looking around. So we've got that open. Let's head back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, head to the break room. And we might die in the break room, and that's gonna have to be okay, because at least we made it to the break room, you know? Hopefully. I really hope we make it to the break room. Maybe we won't make it to the break room, because this is another one. I bet if we run, we might make it to the break room. Like, because you can still get it through one door if you're just running. So let's plan our route. Pool, gift shop, rumpus, hall, break room. So it's right, left. Going from the pool, which I think is this one. I'm wrong. It's that one. Right. Left, then run and black out in here. And maybe that worked. Maybe. We'll see. Throne room. Stately castle. Hey! 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 Okay. Okay. Let's see if we have our key card. Try and put some other stuff into the... Because we also have Kimberly Thompson. And Babbage. You'd think these people would have admin stuff. Hartley? Harlesby? I think it's like Hartley. Hartley? I think there's a T in it. These people gotta have admin passwords. If I keep trying, maybe it'll just happen. Brute force. Fuck. Didn't work. And that's okay. Not everything works. And we have to learn to be okay with that. Let's go try some names again. I think at least Randolph Moore is the right name. This just feels very sciencey, and he's like the head science guy. Rand Moore. Sorry. More. Rand. More. Rand. Sorry. More rando? Murando? Sorry. More rando? Sorry. Hello? Nothing important. More R? Moo R. I just like moo. More R. For real? Hell yeah. Network settings. Control how long a terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting to the server. The default setting is immediate. Requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. One month. Stop logging me out. Turn on emails for everything. Inbound, outbound connections, and electronic mail communications outside of the local network have been temporarily disabled. Return to main menu. User database. Okay. 3 additional delisted admin keys. Kimberly Thomas and Babbage. I was on the right track. Baba. Lead administration, lead system administrator, lead lab technician for Cinca, set up estate terminal and Blackbridge network. Assistant lab tech, recent transfer from Cinca, former executive assistant to H.S. Sinclair. Interesting. Trusted with full admin privileges. Interesting. House manager, author of all personnel notes. Oh, personnel access. I thought it said personal access. The Baron's valet for 20 years. Substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. Interesting. Last logged in February 5th. Most drafted room. Laboratory, probably. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Laboratory, Miss Babbage. The office, makes sense. Groundskeeper, terminated March 1992 for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. Lord! Oh my god! January 20th, 1986. More R. The last cables have finally been laid in the office terminal, and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we chose to install the server outside of the house to maintain connection stability at all times. A small cavern off the eastern drive was selected for the server site. January 26th, 1986. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe, and we will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. January 30th, 4 days later. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project given the legend from which the term derives, though very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I only hope that our server does not suffer the same fate that befell those in the story. What story? More lore under this lore? July 1st, 1986. Regular maintenance report fixed a connection error that was occurring between the office and security terminal. We have also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. February 10th, 1987. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has also been removed. And deleted logs on March 2nd and 3rd. And the 4th, and the 6th, and the 7th, and the 9th? And the 14th? And June... Oh my god! As requested yesterday, new admin key created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length format. Deleted logs. Effective immediately, and this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September 1st, 1987. That's around the time my mom disappeared. No, not around the time she disappeared, around the time those gems disappeared. Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and now can only be accessed via the office terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. January 20th, 1989. Temporary access to the mainframe in Blackbridge Grotto have been restored to perform routine maintenance. January 4th, 1990. Temporary access to the mainframe in Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. July 3rd, 1991. Updated access privileges for the following account types. Admin has full access to all features. Personnel access has access to user database. Archive access has full access, plus access to archived admin logs and deleted database entries. November 25th, 1992. RTA is down while we work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. November 28th, 1992. RTA is working again. Terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open. January 29th, 1993. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network. And then a month later, admin key deactivated. And then July 22nd, 1993, new admin key has been added to the network. Tom K, welcome to the team. August 1st, added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control. Updated user database. November 6th, 1993. Changing of the guard. In preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages as well as off-site connections from outside the estate have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. Interesting. Import trophy data? This is okay. So what other names do I have to try? Let's try Miss Babbage. Miss Baba. You only have access to the user database. Let's try Rote H. Just would not let me. Okay. Jones S. Aw. Sinclair HS. Herbert S. Sinclair, yes. Okay. Escape. We can't be here doing that all day. I love you guys and respect you guys too much to do that to you. We will get at least one more run in. And then we'll see. I might need to go eat something. Do I need to open this? Yeah. Yeah. What are other names? Hardly, but I think that was the Ruo. Clara? Probably not. What's with the hole in the moon? That's another question I have. It's so crazy thinking about how much game there is in this stupid game. This brilliant, wonderful, stupid, sucky, horrible game. There's still that red door down there that I don't even know what it leads to. You know? God. Sometimes the music can be kind of scary. There's also a little poem in room 46, which is just like Herbert Sinclair's office. By the way. There's a little poem that told us about the sanctum keys. I guess we'll make the house dirty. I saw my beautiful, wonderful friend TJ over the weekend, and that was really nice. They always bring light into my life every time I get to see them. Made some art. Great time. Great time. Hallway on hallway action. Dirt. Because my issue with the root cellar is that every time I get it, I never get a shovel. So I just make the house dirty for no good reason. Is tomorrow Christmas? I think tomorrow might be Christmas. Apparently the boudoir changes up during Christmas, and that's very sweet. Not a shovel. Just use your freaking hands, kid. Okay. This'll get me gems, so long as I get it right. Sometimes I don't. There are 2 statements on this box. This is a lie. There are 2 statements on this box. The gems are in a box with no true statements. There are 2 statements on this box, and they are both false. That's... And what was yours? The gems are in a box with no true statements. So this one, right? Every statement could be a different thing is so fucking devious. Jesus. House of Leaves ass house. I've really been thinking about getting a perm recently. Like, I've been thinking about getting a perm a lot for the past 10 or so years. But recently, the idea's come back full force again. I just think I'd look so cute. To permanently add. Continue. You're more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Games of chance. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. A quaint floral sitting room surrounded entirely by tinted glass panes. This room is ideal for tea in the afternoon or getting in some sun without the hassle of going outside. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions. It can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. The Mount Holly Casino offers an intimate and exciting setting for wagers of any scale, and guests may be surprised to discover how much strategy is involved in the games featured here. A buy-in of 2 gems is required for admittance into this exclusive room. The kennel doesn't require anything. Solarium only requires 1. Nothing else in here I could take. No. Okay. Sleepy, sleepy. It's as if I'm hemorrhaging blood or something. This is so useless. Nothing in here. Rough run. I just think I should get everything I want when I want it. Is that so much to ask? Game? Let's open the commissary and then go this way. Ha 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 ha. Let's try the other one. Fine. Okay, we could get the throne room, but I don't know why. But I'm going to. I guess we're getting the lavatory. I guess the bathroom's attached to the throne room. Care to piss, my lord? He just didn't want to go far to get to his pee-pee spot. Don't really want to do math, but I'll try. Oh. Okay. I am Googling what 14 squared is, just so I can do the rest of this. 196. Just kidding. 195. Divided by 20. This says it's 10, 9. Well, we aren't doing that, I suppose. Not a single one of these are going the right way. Go back here. But I don't have a key. But we don't know what's here. We've got a bunch of gems. And a shovel. For all this dirt. I've 7 steps. I'm not getting the showroom just for you. Let me go. Whoop. I don't even know where else. This is it. That's all I can do. Most useless room in the house. Guess I'll call it a day. We're doing it and we're making it happen. And it's all anyone can ask. Respectable castle of tomorrow. Sure. Sure. I think that might be it. I'm very low energy. I'm so in pain. I think we're done. We didn't get anything. We got a sanctum door open. We did something. Saw the throne room, even though there wasn't as much info I wanted in there as I'd hoped. Just stuff we already sort of covered. Not exactly covered, but like... I got past that area without needing that info. So already covered in that way. Yeah. I hope y'all have a good week. I have a market from 10 to 4 on Saturday. So we'll be streaming late. And I might be pretty sleepy. Just hit my foot. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day, week. I hope y'all keep yourselves hydrated, keep yourselves cozy, keep yourselves fed. See y'all next time. Bye.